many new partnerships between CACEIS and solution providers, which are complementary to our asset servicing offer. Our goal here is to bring solutions with high added value and allowing you, our clients, to access them in an easy manner. It is actually a very key moment in our evolution, as at the same time we are launching the CACEIS Connect store. Well, I guess a little story, almost 3 years ago, just before the COVID pandemic spread, and became a problem, I was giving a presentation in person to one of the big four about CACEIS strategy and asset servicing, and particularly how we will integrate the impact of new technology. Well, during this presentation, I was asked about the threats coming from the fintechs and other firms who are developing innovative and interesting solutions to the asset management industry. I'll tell you, my answer was natural, I mean it, and simple, because I told them for CACEIS, innovation is in our DNA. We put it in our logo, which is solid and innovative. So certainly I said, we're not going to resist innovation. To the contrary, we'll most likely adopt it and even federate those fintechs or firms that, bringing this value to you and to the industry. So it was clear to us that we wanted to be the aggregator of these innovative solutions and this value-added solution to the industries. And then we thought we could be an integrator and we could bring value to those firms. And the question is why we are in that position. Well, I think for many reasons. The first one, when you think about this industry, which is highly regulated and very complex, what we bring to these firms or these fintechs, we bring, first of all, a list of flagship clients, which is yours, you are our clients. We also bring a lot of data about the funds. We have thousands of funds. And we also bring a good and deep understanding of this technical and complicated sector of the industry. So 3 years ago, the orientation was clear, and we knew we have to adopt a new role. The question was, at the time, and we didn't know, how we're going to get there. Well, this question is answered today. We know how to do it. We're going to do it through our Connect store. As its name suggests, it connects our clients with new services and enables us to cover a wide range of solutions for you, our clients' value chain. We are working diligently to pre-select best-of-class solutions and offerings and service providers who are excellent in their field to enrich our ecosystem. So as a client of CACEIS, you are part of an ecosystem centered around asset and investment portfolio management, which gives you access to a variety of services way beyond traditional asset servicing, fund administration and custody. So we're delighted to be able to launch today the CACEIS Connect store with FundGlobam, who are specialized in fund distribution support services. And as we speak, we are working to expand the Connect store to other solutions and services, just as an example, ESG, semantic analysis, and so on and so forth. Our aim is really to become an open service platform for our clients. We are therefore transforming ourselves to exceed your expectation and to strengthen our position as a leader in customer satisfaction. So the question is why we selected FundGlobam as the first service on the Connect store. Well, for our clients, you asset managers, the distribution of funds is at the center of your strategic issues. Clearly, collecting new funds is critical to the growth of your business. And the challenges you are facing today necessitate reaching a minimum level of fund size to fulfill regulatory requirements and investor demands and to be able to invest in digital and environmental transformation. The distribution challenge today extends beyond local boundaries. The market is no longer local. It is now European, or even global for some of you. Yet, Europe is made up of multiple markets, each with its own specificities, complexity, history, local regulations, and traditions. And all this in-depth market knowledge is absolutely critical to the success of your fund distribution. This is exactly this expertise that FundGlobam provides to its client today. So, Guy, thank you so much for our partnership. You are a pioneer in this new CACEIS Connect Store concept. The floor is now back to you. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you at the end, and I'll speak to you at the end at the question and answer session. Thank you so much, and sorry again for the delay. Back to you.
Thank you, Joe, and thanks again to we are very honored to be the first joining this new CACEIS strategy and this Connect Store. So let's go to the content of this partnership, and let's go to the services and the solution we provide to the market. Before, maybe I would like to introduce a little bit how we consider the fund distribution. For years and years, the focus of distribution has been put on things like regulation, things like notification procedure, this kind of element. Of course, this is one of the elements which is part of the distribution process. But for us, and this is really our DNA since more than 12 years now, we have really decided to invest into all the areas which has to be taken into consideration when you distribute a fund on cross-border basis. And in some cases also in domestic market, we have more and more clients asking us to help on domestic market. So what I mean is that the fund distribution is not a single point. It's just something which is very complex. This is a challenge anyhow. And distribution is an assembly of a certain number of elements which require to be mastered, where you need to be skilled and so forth. And that's really the strategy we have, and that's also where we have made a long-term, and we continue to do long-term investment. So yes, we invest, of course, in the regulatory piece of the regulation of country. Today we cover more than 80 countries. But also in the market itself, in the knowledge, in the culture, in market practices, and so forth. So this is something which is really important. And as far as you're an asset manager, you need to have support in terms of distribution. This is much more than just to say this is the approach or this is the procedures you have to do, right? Distribution is something which is much more complex, much more broad than that, and this is really what we have addressed during these last 12 years, and we continue to address. And I guess I have not been in the decision-making process of CACEIS, but I guess this is an element which has been taking into consideration with a high priority, I guess, whatever it is. In addition, what we can see in this distribution market, we see now we are in a kind of key period where we see a certain number of events which need to be considered. Of course, some markets are major, that's clear. French market, for example, is a market which is major. So as I used to say, and don't write it and don't repeat it, but I used to say you have to kill someone to take his place, because there is no natural growth on the market, right? We have other, and you have other challenge to face with, like critical size, the complexity of the market, the impact investing, the digitalization, and finally, one element which is very important, we have discussed that a lot in our conference last week. It's about the consolidation of market players, and in particular, the consolidation which is ongoing now and on its way in the area of distribution platform, and in particular for the time being in the B2B platform, and has to be made in the other area, but for the time being that's really the focus. So taking all this into consideration, that's where we have defined our strategy, that's where we have defined our service, and that's where we have defined our solution. So going back a little bit more on the field, we apply since very well, but this is something, of course, which is every time adapted to the situation, to the regulation, to the market change, and so forth. We have anyhow what we call a three-pillar strategy. First is the market intelligence. What it is absolutely required to master the market. What does it mean? Master the regulation, master the market approach, mastering the market players, and mastering the trends. So what the investors are looking for, right? That's the market intelligence piece. Second point, as far as you are working or you have made a decision to go into this or that market, we of course provide a full distribution support services and solution will go inside this solution. And finally, once you are installed in the market and you are operating in the market, we look at how to help to develop the business. And there are different access. So this is the three-pillar strategy that we apply since now a while, and it works. That's my first statement. But also this is an approach which allows an asset manager, and especially when we work together with providers like CACEIS, to have the full solution, the full pack of what they need when they want to develop a cross-border distribution strategy, and finding with us, and particularly on the basis of our market intelligence, every answer to all questions which are on the table when you have this kind of decision to make. What does it mean in terms of service? Going back much more on the ground again, we have selected 6 services that are the core axis and the core services part of this partnership with CACEIS. So these services are directly available. It does not mean that the system cannot be extended, of course. But this is the 6 service that every of our clients use, or almost every of our clients use. Principally on the top, you have the market intelligence services. Regulation and market practice, that's a fact file. That fact file is our first service which exists. We were on the market in 2013, to the end of 2013 with the first fact file. So that's the regulatory market practice Bible, covering today 84 markets. So I don't want to say that, and I will not say that we are not surprised by any demand today, but of course covering this number of markets we are controlling, by the way. Another element in terms of market intelligence is the knowledge of the market players. So we have also developed a database where we keep and monitor, so keep knowledge and monitor the different market players which are involved in the distribution. Also in other areas, but the first focus, of course, is distribution. So principally the platform, the distributors, I mean, any kind of distributors, private bank, intermediaries, IFAs, and so forth. And we try to keep the knowledge, and the service is completed by an oversight service on the operational side. And last element, last but not least, is the market trend. So do I have the right strategy to go into this country? Do I have the right share classes defined with the good, the more appropriate cost profile, for example? May I distribute a a euro denominated share class in Hong Kong, or is it better to distribute a US dollar denominated share class? You know, all these kind of questions, it's covered, and we will find answered in the market trends. So having this kind of approach with the regulation and how to approach a market and what are the rules and what do we have to do, being comfortable with that, who are the players with who I will work. Of course, most of you do not directly market to every of your final investors. Of course, you have distributors and you have a certain number of players there in the middle. So you need to master those ones. And finally, what are the trends? What are the more appropriate market for my product and so forth. So that's the market intelligence services. And on the other side, we have, and we provide through this partnership with CACEIS, we provide operational support services, principally three. The first one is following a decision to enter into the market. Yes, there's a certain number of things to do before being really allowed and ready to market my product into a market. And this is not just only the notification procedures. This is a certain number of things to do and to take care of it. Should it be with local presence? Should it be with documentation? Should it be with website? Should it be with marketing documentation? Should it be with platform, with agreement with distributors? There's plenty of things to do and to organize before entering into the market. So this is the first service we provide. The second service is what we call usually the ongoing maintenance. I really don't like the word maintenance, but yeah, it's a good summary. So everything you have to do on an ongoing basis. So FundGlobam is really the player which is between the asset manager and the markets, right? And there is only one which takes care about everything except selling the fund, of course, because we are not selling the fund. But this is really the position of FundGlobam, and more, if you follow us since 2-3 years, you see the number of clients which is increasing, and this is what our clients are looking for. Could you please be this player, and are you able to answer to every question we have and provide us with the whole operational support? So that's what we are doing, and that's where we are. And finally, the element which is really going up in the priority list of every asset management companies, and also fortunately or unfortunately going very up in the priority list of the regulators. This is the monitoring of counterparties. So that's the other side that some can call this due diligence, and some other can call it KYC or KYB, whatever. But it's a permanent counterparty monitoring, and there we have very powerful tool and very powerful services where we can provide it, and this is compliant with the Luxembourg law, this is compliant with the French laws, and so forth. So taking these three services into consideration, it means that from an operational point of view, the asset managers find with our service and with our solution, find everything they need to assist them entering and operating into foreign markets. So I just would like to, before showing you some screenshots, I just would like to give some flavors just for you to put the cursor at the right place. So in terms of center of expertise, we spoke, of course, about market approach, we spoke about market practices, we speak about cost and taxes. So this element in particular is many times not addressed by the asset managers, and this is a point which is really important. As far as this could be a deal breaker, and we so many times saw a situation after 1, 2, or 3 years of effort of money spent in this or that market where there was no distribution because this cost and this tax element was had not been assessed at the beginning. Market players and market dynamics, of course, market dynamics is the market trends. Just some numbers. So FundGlobam today is 120 clients. This slide has been made when the CACEIS collaboration framework has been signed, so it's a bit more now. It's 15 staff. It's more than 750 licenses of fact farms, so that's the license which are given to asset managers for the regulatory Bible on the 84 countries. We are providing service for more than 1,000 funds on operational standpoint, covering more than 80 markets. And on operational, we cover 40 markets. It means that we have no clients which ask them to assist in BVI, for example, or Bermudas. So that's the difference between those. We have 2 locations, so we have a location in Luxembourg, as you probably know, but we also have a location and this is a branch, so with the activities and the substance in Paris. France is our bigger market. We have this triple strategy, and last but not least, we have 20 clients in the top 400 and we have 10 clients in top 100, and this number is growing because the more we grow, the more we have clients, and the bigger is the number of those clients which are larger asset management. And finally, this is really the last but not least, we of course have also invested into the platform. So we are not considered as a fintech. We did not want to be considered as a fintech. We have made no demand. We have made no registration in any association or whatever for that. But we have a platform, and this platform is our day-to-day tool, and we share the platform. We share this tool with our client. It means that every information we have to handle, should it be a documentation, should it be distribution agreement, whatever, this is in the platform, and all our clients have an access to this platform and can find anything which is in. So it means that before this platform being live, we were providing a lot of reporting, and you know all what is reporting, and you know all what the word reporting means in this industry. And now every reporting has a form of a dashboard, and is anytime, anyhow, is available online. So this is honestly really helpful. I can maybe share my screen with them. Voila, this is the example of a platform. This is one side of the platform, which is the platform supporting the basic distribution support. You have here the dashboard. You have here the categories of information which are available. So if you need to have a documentation, all the kits are there. So you can find the kits here attached to a NISIN code or whatever. You can find all the translation which is attached to all the version of the kit. So if you need to have the kit which was live 2.5 years ago, it's in, right? You have all the due diligence pack which are here. So in that case, we have 123 KYD reports, which are always kept up to date, right? So it's here with all the information which is attached. Of course, the market intelligence, the fact found that the monitoring, I always have the same problem with my mouse. Just give me a second. Voila. Distributors and intermediaries. So all the distribution agreements and other agreements with regard to distribution are here. A regulatory requirement, everything which is filed for the regulator is here. So should it be a notification, should it be a notice, should it be an exchange of email asking explanation for or providing clarification, whatever it is here. Everything with the local agent, that has been and continue to be the main topics in relation to this cross-border distribution procedure and cross-border distribution directive. I'm sorry, with regard to the local agent. But anyway, anyhow, everything is here also. So this is the platform we use on a daily basis, where everything is there. We provide. We manage the relation with regulators, distributors, anyway, on the basis of this platform, and our clients have an access to that and a permanent dashboard. On another side, and then I will leave it's 56. I will leave on the other side. We have this service on the same platform. Providing the oversight of counterparties. So we have, for the time being, almost all the regulated counterparties, European regulated counterparties, around 18,000, which are in the platform on which we make a permanent monitoring. We are, of course, connected to a certain number of that data providers and sources, regulators, and so forth. And we can, on this basis, provide market intelligence in terms of marketplace, but also this is the basis for the distribution support services, and in particular the oversight on counterparty. So we have, unfortunately, we have only 20 minutes, so I think that we are almost at the end of this time. But yeah, we have. We provide the services, and we have this platform, we have this technology which help us and which allow us, and that's very important, which allow us to use a certain numbers of tools with really huge impact. And this, the biggest impact is what we used to say, what we used to call the mutualization. And this platform allow us to mutualize our cost and our fees, our prices, take this, of course, into consideration. And this is also the reason why our pricing are usually considered as lower than the equivalent service if it could be provided by another player. And the reason is principally, not only, but principally the reason is, of course, this technology which allow us to make this this mutualization of course and of cost and of efforts. Voila, I'm at the end. Maybe Joe, I can give you the floor back.
Yeah, thank you, Yves. Thank you.
You're welcome.
During your presentation, I got by email some questions that were asked. I will go through them quickly, and obviously, if you see some more, please let me know, because I can't see the screen. But so the first question I got, most likely to you, Yves. It says how to subscribe to FundGlobam services.
That's very easy. We have you can go to fundglobam.com and take contact or call us. This is very easy. Where we usually have one or two meetings, and for small and medium, and many respect for small and medium accounts. I'm an entrepreneur once again. That could be very fast. So that's very easy.
Yeah. The next question is more to me. Says, can I benefit from FundGlobam services if I'm not a CACEIS client? So I would say yes, of course you can, but by becoming a CACEIS client, you can benefit from a better offer dedicated to CACEIS clients thanks to FundGlobam. So yes, you can do it. The next question is, Yves, I will give it to you because it says, can FundGlobam dispense for all European countries?
No, we do not distribute funds. I'm sorry, the connection wasn't very good, but I think I understood. So we do not distribute funds. We provide all the assistance, all the rest, but not distributing funds. We may not do it. And it's not only a regulatory reason, but if we decide to distribute funds, we will become a TPM or distributor, whatever. We'll have conflict of interest everywhere. So it's out of the scope for us, and that will change tomorrow. So no, we do not distribute funds.
Yeah, thank you. Next question is, can CACEIS manage subscription redemptions flows in all European countries? The quick answer is yes. As you know, we are a leader in Europe. We are present in most financial capitals and domiciles. So we can facilitate your distribution. You can facilitate the distribution of your funds and connecting your investors. Keep in mind, we also have a market platform called TP Marketplace, which is absolutely open to all funds, whether you are clients or not of CACEIS. We believe in open platforms. So you can connect to TP Marketplace and you can ask us and we'll help you do it. It's pretty easy. So your investors, clients can go and do their subscription redemption in a very digital, simple, and efficient way. Last question so far I have is for you, Yves. It's a touchy question. Is it, how much do FundGlobam services cost?
Once again, I was mentioning the mutualization effect. So every of our service, the cost is known. This is very transparent. And the service are usually a couple of thousand based service on a yearly subscription. And what is really important is that we really know we have a long experience in this kind of service, so we don't have any problem to have a fixed cost. So there is no surprise, including there is no limitation in the help desk and this kind of element. So the costs are very transparent. It's usually not every time, but it's usually yearly subscription. Which cover any kind of event without any limitation. So that's where we can really see the power between brackets of the mutualization and of the strategy we have.
Excellent. Listen, I don't have any more questions. We're probably right on time. I just unless you got any questions, if you haven't, I will say this webinar has reach a conclusion. I hope you liked it. You liked the new offer, and please do not hesitate to contact our CACEIS teams or FundGlobam's teams if you have any questions. I understand how important this topic is to you. You can watch the replay of this webinar on www.caceis.com or on LinkedIn. I would like to apologize for the little bit of disconvenience or inconvenience we had at the beginning. And thank you so much for your participation today. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye to all.
Thank you very much. Bye.